7.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 8th-ranked team of the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense comes onto the field first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. It's complete on the right side. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's hot. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner. Put it in the window for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 30.
just because of the body blow effect.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Here comes the heat. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, Dave.
You know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Caught in the backfield, it's odd. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's first. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes a stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
As a head coach, you'd love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. With the catch. It's on. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play. And now all of a sudden, they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You can see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. It's snagged in the middle. It's Caldwell. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Runs for the tackle. And runs through another one. And some room to work. Touchdown Sooner. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness we still had a little space there.
And Turtle Clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
when this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Takes the easy one to the back. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Behind his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being a...
Oh, he's got some space. Push down for the tackle.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Creates a little room. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Right on the money. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Walker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Royer. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Caldwell. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He's got great speed. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. To the air, it's Mateer. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the Bearcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Mateer. Caught over the middle, it's Ott. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. This is a really good call because that angle route is tough to cover, especially on a 3rd down.
And that's a really tough route to cover because the running back looks like he's going to the flats and then cuts it right to the middle of the field. Easy pitch and catch from quarterback to running back to get the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. And into the end zone. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wants to throw it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Getting set for the point after. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Using his legs, it's Walker. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his guy get
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Finds his back in the middle. There he goes! And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They'll give it to the back. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He wants to throw it. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Here's the pressure. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the 1st down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd.
And the ball is free on the pitch. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Sooners are in the red zone. Handoff from the gun. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. Finds his man. It's Walker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. first down. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got it in the middle, it's Allen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw it, Sorsby. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Mateer. Finds a tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the tailback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's up. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. To the back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Back to pass. It's Sorsby.
Come on.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this defense has played so well. In this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
I thought that hoisting.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To pass. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So we open the final period with a third down play. Bully ball on third and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. And the Sooners are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ott. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking left. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Sooners will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Spins away from one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He's got the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Touchdown Sooner! And they kick it in for 6 more points.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Quarterback keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the
taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Back to pass on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And the Sooners come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on third down. Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, you go for it on fourth and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
Give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his big tight end. Then forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Sooners are rolling down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Sooners have it in scoring position on first and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights checks out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Pulls it in, it's Walker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Burks. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires left. Finds his man, it's Burks. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games, so you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. That throw and catch, a really good example of target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Sorsby. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Bearcats will punt this one away. Takes it on the return. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.